All right, want to make sure we get this day on the books, but boy, while we're doing that, want to make sure that people are impacted and excited going forward. It's the first Saturday of the month, and this is the Foresight family. For those of you who don't know it, this is where we know that you're rich before you do. So again, you do your part, we'll do ours. So let's make sure you guys go ahead and let your team members know that this is where they should be this morning. Man,
Good morning, Laura Johnson from South Carolina.
South Kakalaki is in the building. What's going on, Laura?
Oh, everything is everything. I'm in the car today, sir, so
I
I'll be here
know
for.
you, Lori, you, Leslie, and Carla, all y'all going to events this morning. Well, no, Leslie and Carla going to events this morning.
Absolutely, same here, sir.
I'm talking about. All right.
Marvin as well. Marvin in Maryland.
I tell you, that's the event crew right there. Mm.
Got to get outside. Ain't nobody in the house to pay you.
The money is not coming. You got to go to it. I don't know. People say money is coming. Money's coming. No, it's not. Money does not come. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you got to go get it. You got to go. You got to go to it. The money doesn't have legs. You do. Go get it. Go get it. Let's see here. All right. All right. All right. All right. While everybody else is waking up and getting their coffee, putting the dogs and the kids away, making, and for those of you who, some of y'all are probably even making breakfast for your husbands, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. And so, good morning for each and every last one of you guys. This is the very first, Sunday of the month. I mean, first Sunday of the month. I'm thinking about Sunday already. Uh, but this is the very, very first Saturday of the month. And definitely got some things we're going to make sure we get for all of our new people. Definitely want to say welcome to each and every last one of our new business partners. And we have a lot. That number grew. Like I said, the last 2 weeks of the month, last month, was an exceptional growth. And that's because we had some major things happen. Obviously, we launched our trading program, pre-launched it, and then launched it, right? And the numbers are still growing. And definitely want to make sure I continue to uh, work with you guys and can remind you guys that we need to get that ATM up, right? I want to make sure that you guys are really aggressively attacking that number as opposed to aggressively being passive with it. You know what I mean? Like right now, we talked about how big that number was what should be, right? If each and every last one of you guys put 10 to 15 people in that group on purpose, intentionally put those individuals in that group, let them know that, hey, man, this group right here, you'll see nothing but a lot of people who are exactly where you are, nowhere going somewhere fast, right? And so right now, everybody's learning, everybody's starting. This is the best time to get in this group. This is the best time to see what we have. It's the best time to kick the tires. It's the best time, to come in and ask questions. It's the best. You don't want to come in and get in this group 2 or 3 weeks from now, 2 or 3 months from now, and everybody will be so far ahead of you, so far advanced, so much more advanced than you. You don't you don't want to do that, right? You want to make sure you get in here now. And I'm gonna add you to the group, and you don't have to say anything to anybody. Just look, just watch, just listen. Just pay attention to what's going on, and that's the kind of conversation you want to have with them. They're not signing up for anything. They're just getting in the way. Right? It's just getting in the way of the information. You want to make sure that they understand that part, because if they don't know what's happening, you can't expect them to make a decision. And remember that ATM, that particular ATM, the iTrade, Pip University ATM, it's the ultimate, follow-up machine. It's the ultimate presentation tool, right? And it's the presentation. It does presentations in third person. It doesn't do presentation. Now we will have this week. I am designing once I get all the information. That's the only thing I'm waiting on from Omni and from Omni on the Omni side, and then I can actually complete the full presentation. So we will have a 20 to 25 minute full presentation for Omni, and Bill Trading. So that's coming, and that's going to be real big. So that would actually be added to the ATM, right? The PIPU and iTrade ATM. So that's coming, right? So you want them to be in there. And so if they're already in there, and they're looking at the things that you tag them in, if they, and they're looking at watching like the boot camps and stuff like that, and then they turn around and they see a presentation, and that presentation makes sense, right? And that what's going to happen is they're going to get started. That's another member. So go put 10, 15 members in here, guys. Go put 10, 15 people in the group who are looking to make money, who are looking to kick the tires on trading, who, they just want to see what the options are out there, right? Just be on purpose with that. So that part is that. So you have, also, so we did a actual conversation with a couple of different traders as well this week. Myself and Winston, we've been talking to traders every day, and finding out who's the best pick, for the company. And so there's a person you guys are going to hear from later on today, right? In this conversation, I didn't want to tell y'all that it was a trader. I didn't want to tell y'all who it was, but today you guys get a chance to hear from somebody who I think is going to make a really, really big difference in this company. And he's not a builder, he's not a recruiter, he's not a network marketer, he's a trader. He's bilingual, and he's going to do a lot for the Spanish community when it comes to futures and other things. And so he's a real good guy out of Puerto Rico. So you guys get a chance to meet him. And then, we have part two, of the training, that we started on Monday. So that part two is coming back this Monday. So make sure you guys are on, the training on Monday night, Millionaire Mentorship Call, because that training is very, very intentional, very, very purposeful, and once you get the full gist of both parts, you'll see what I'm talking about and what we're doing and why you should have your people on that call. And for those of you who are popping in, I see a lot of the new faces in here. Definitely want to say welcome again. This is the Foresight family. This is where we know that you're rich before you do. This is where we come every Saturday morning. All right, so put it on your calendar, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and this is where we come to get the goods. And so we come to feed you, make sure that you guys are equipped to go out there and knock out those goals and dreams that you guys have. All right. But our goal, for those of you who don't know, we call it Project 10,000. This is where we have the goal over the next 5 years to help 10,000 families get to $5,000 a month of residual recurring income. Right. And so it's important that, we, strive for goals like that, so people can know that, my goal for $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month is doable. I'm in the right place. People are focused on the right things. Right. And then finally, just a real big deal. Like you guys said, today is my birthday, and I appreciate all the happy birthday wishes and everything. And I just want to tell you, today is I've been waiting for this day for probably like the last past week and a half, almost 2 weeks, because the book, that I've been working on, a lot of you guys saw that on Facebook and have been asking for that book. Angel kind of figured out where to find it at before I made the announcement. I have no idea how she did that, and so, but she figured it out and yesterday, and so and we bought the book. But again, for me, this has been a book that I've been well, this actual book is like a really special book for me because this is the first I've had people like. Good friend of mine who passed away years ago is in a company called Zango. His name is Willie Jackson, and he used to always tell me, "Man, look, you need to go ahead and write your book." And I would say, "Hey, man, it's just not time. It's not that time. It's not that time. It's not that time. I haven't did enough to make a big enough impact, on people who don't know me, right?" And so, I definitely want to make sure that he sees this book, from where he's at, and because it's people like him, who when I wrote this book, I was thinking about, right? And so, a gift to me, guys, I obviously just buying the book is it's not you buying the book, from me or for me, would be the gift. It's the conversations that you get a chance to have after you actually buy the book and read the book, and the impact that it's going to make, going forward. That's the gift to me. You coming back saying, "Hey, look, I got this out that book. I got this out that book, got that out the book. I was able to help somebody with this with this book or whatever it is." that's the gift, that will come forward. So I'll make sure you guys have the link in the WhatsApp chat today, and I'll put that out there for you guys so you can get it. And when I do come to your cities, I'll definitely sign them for you guys for sure. And but it's a special day for me for a lot of different reasons. So and then I get a chance to kick it with you guys. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and jump into this thing here and get these reflections going, so we can get to the training and then get a chance to meet our new business partner and trader. So we'll start off. You can see here we got Earl Beckett here. He must have knew he was first. He came off camera. Come on, Earl.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I am in the process of hosting the networking event right here at the Smart Home.
Mhm.
And Mr. Bean, just a quick from last time. That meeting that you were here is resulting in a potential 1,000 homes down in Walls, Mississippi.
Mhm.
What obviously, that's smart technology going into those 1,000 homes. So
Wow.
that is yielding some results as we speak. And so we're hosting here. I will be highlighting smart money, and you already know what that looks like. That is the trading platform, and the
Mhm.
smart technology, which is the actual Zeta infrastructure router 7G full bag of chips. So pumped up, excited, man. So look, we are in the process. So I'm gonna go off camera. Thank you for allowing me to share.
No problem. I know Doug is just as excited. I know you guys are out there ready to rock and roll. And this is where it's at right now. Like I said, that first event, and guys, don't be afraid to have events. Don't be afraid to, mess things up. Don't be afraid, just be prepared as prepared as you can be and should be. Put the time, energy, and effort in it, get all the advice you can get, have the event, learn from it, and grow from it. And so, yeah, I was there at that event. Like I said, you had Murphy's Law and Murphy's Committee kicked in at the same time, and so anything that could go wrong went wrong. But at the end of the day, everything went right because the right people were there with the right mindset, and everybody in the house, they were on one accord. So that was a beautiful thing. I'm glad to see that thing is kicked off and rolling in a large way, bro. Angel.
Hi, great morning, everyone. Great morning and happy birthday, Mr. Bean.
Thank you, darling.
Um,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me to share. So much excitement this week. I had about five um, members that reactivated their accounts and excited to, be a part of our new trading platform this week. And of course, everyone's seen my wins as I'm on Mr. Donnie Pips. So thank you, Mr. Donnie Pips. Wait till you get to Houston. Espresso and peanut butter cups are on me. um, and what I did was, even though I've had some trading before, I actually opened up an account just to trade Mr. Pitts, learn from him and trade from him. And he's actually really upped my game. So I started $400 with this 2-week training so far, right? The free week and this week. And right now my account is at 1902. So I'm almost at 5 times what I started with
Now,
just in the last 2 weeks.
see, that's what I'm talking. See, that's something I'm talking about right there. See, and I know Angel actually has made money for people. She's traded for people, so she's not just saying, "Hey, I trade a little bit, I dabble in this a little bit." She has some legitimate experience and she has a legitimate resume. So at the end of the day, for her to say, "Hey, look, I got my book of business over here that I'm trading with right now." But, I want to get better. I want to see what's out there. I want to see if I can evolve, what I do, take this thing to the next level. Man, that's humility, right? That's something that's special. It's something that people can learn. Some people get so caught up in their the way that they do things, and they're winning, right? That they feel like, what, I'm good where I'm at, and they stop growing, right? And say they don't even open, they're not open to the opportunity. And so for you to take that account for $400 and $1,900, $1,902, I don't want to take nothing from you. That's all your money, right? That's amazing. And I appreciate, the fact that you are posting your wins and doing those things. And the other thing is this, guys, if you look at your accounts, all of you have accounts that have numbers that represent active, inactive, and affiliates, right? And so you want to go and really today, write that down, guys. You want to go today, look at your back office. Look at go to your downline reports and look at the actives, the inactives, and the affiliates, and that'll tell you exactly where you need to be focusing at and where you have resources at. So before you spend a dime on marketing, you got, spend some time on marketing, right? Go back and revisit those individuals. Go back and shake the trees, see what fall out. Go back and let people know what you have your hands on. Remember, following up was just one thing to get a person into the business, but following through to make sure that they succeed is a whole entirely different thing. That's a whole entirely different responsibility. Yeah. And so you as a leader, as a builder, as an entrepreneur, it's your responsibility to finish what you started. Now, if that person says, I'm done, that's fine. You've done your part. You followed through all the way through to the end. But a lot of you guys haven't come to the end yet. Right. And so go in and go back and catch up with those people. Think about it. 5 people reactivated. For somebody, that's almost half a sales team, when it comes to getting the build to 250. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you guys, go. Those numbers are there for those who want them. All right. Appreciate that, Angel. Oh, also the Houston event, guys. Again, make sure you guys know it's May 25th. Okay, make sure you know there was a date change. I know Donnie his son is in a World League soccer tournament, and so he needs to be there and to represent that. And want to make sure that we will accommodate that because he's not getting paid to do this. This event. He's coming to Houston to make it happen. So that event, guys, loaded up with guests, and I promise you, if there's limited seating. Trust me. I think max it will only be able to get like 70 in there max, and Angel tell you she's the one who booked it. So by the time we get to that day, we should have standing room only. But make sure make sure your people are packing out the room, and make sure that your people are there early enough to get a seat. Okay, because nobody's gonna leave. They're just gonna stand up for a bunch of hours, right? And so just make sure they get there and make sure they get there early. All right. Let's see here. Marva, go let Marva go next.
Good morning, team. Good morning, everyone. I started, I think it was the end of August before Mr. Rangel suggested, let's go on a 90-day blitz. So, I'm reading a book called Who, Not How, and it's talks about who you need on your team rather than how you're going to reach your goal. So if you have the right who's on your team, you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. Um, so that's my reading for the week, and I'm going out to a home show today and a couple of other community events real quick and see who can help me.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So now think about this.
That's it.
Think about this now. When you look at that, because what you're looking for, you know, you attract. And so look for who, right, who can be a leader in your team, right? Change the verbiage for me, right? Because if you're looking for who can help me, that means that you're looking for help. You need leaders. You don't need help. Like you're all the help you need, right? Now you're out there recruiting. You're out there attracting leaders. So I'm looking at who fits what I'm looking for. Who wants to be a part of this legacy movement, right? Who can bring value to the team, right? Who can do this? Who can do that? Who can present? Who can train? Who can recruit? Who can develop? Who can, I'm assembling the Avengers over here. The Justice League, right? So, who is gonna come in and add value to the team, right? That expectation. But I appreciate that. I love that. Just the title alone. I never read that book, but I like that. Who, not how. I like that. I love that because that's what it's always been about. Okay, not how. People were about the how. The how is not the most important thing. It's the why and the who, right? Why you're doing it, and who initially being you, right? Because if you're not on board with your mission and you're not committed to your mission, you're not going to attract anybody else who is. You'll repel them. Right? They are, and those individuals, guys, just from a mindset perspective, if you're not the guy or the gal who you would follow in your business, I'm just telling you, nobody else will. They can see that, and they'll see that you're looking for help. Okay, y'all see how that's a really big difference, right? And when the person said, "What you looking for?" How does it sound if you were just flat out honest to say, "Well, I'm looking for help." Does that Think about that for a second. Or I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking right now. This is the movement. This is what we got going on right here. I'm looking for people who want to make $5,000 a month. I'm looking for people who want to make $10,000 a month. I'm looking for people who want to help me open up Africa. I'm looking for people who want to help me open up Mexico. Right? I'm looking for people. I have 5 different divisions in my company. I'm looking for people who can head my tech team. I'm looking for people who can head my trading team. I'm looking for people who can head my travel team. Right? I'm looking. Who are you? Are you looking for help? Or are you looking for specific things, right? So that's it. I'm glad that you brought that up, Marva, because again, that's somebody needed to hear that today. All right, all right. Let's see here. We have Carla Wynn.
Good morning, and happy birthday again, Mr. Bean, and thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank
So,
you.
leadership moment for the week, in addition to everything that you shared with us on the millionaire mindset, actually occurred because of an unfortunate incident that happened on the campus of the college that I work on. The leadership moment in terms of for myself personally was listening and also watching the students that we work with evolve and express themselves in terms of what they experienced with that particular unfortunate incident, and just being there, being present, and listening to the students, allowing them to share their experience, and also helping them to begin evolving next steps. So that's my leadership moment for the week. And thank God for everything that you have taught us. So that way, I was able to be there and to be present for them. In addition to that, this being present on all of the trainings this week with Mr. Pips, I am so excited to open up my TradingView account tomorrow and to fund it and to begin actually trading. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. And I will put myself on mute with all this road noise.
No problem, no problem at all. And you know what, guys, we talk about it all the time. It's like network marketing. That's one of the benefits of network marketing, guys. It's that you do a lot of personal development if you are, bless you, Idris, if you are, you know, uh, again, present, right? If you're really here for it, right? If you are really, submersing yourself into the personal development, just the growth, the things that you need to do to become an entrepreneur and become a better human being. This is not just for you to make money and for you to attract people. All right, this you take what you learn and you can apply it in every area of your life, right? And that's the most important thing right there. It's like you really have to understand that once you get this stuff in you, it's in you. And those conversations will start to come out. And some of you guys will, you'll start to see it and recognize it once it sinks in and once it hits you, man. Look, I'm having not just had a conversation that I probably wouldn't have had this conversation 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, because I was a different person, right? Different human being. And now I have, more value, that I bring to society. So when you look at, those kids on campuses, they need guidance more than ever. Right now, you got social media that's kidnapping our kids, right? Literally. And so you have to be there and stand in the gap for the parents who can't be there. You got to be able to have those conversations, those one-on-ones, those meetings for us who pay tuitions for our kids to be there right there where you at. And I appreciate that, for the parents who send their kids to your campus. And that's what this thing is about. You look at Amway, a lot of people talk really, really bad about Amway. And they really don't have a reason to. When it's all said and done, it's network marketing. If it wasn't for Amway, spending all that money on attorneys fees and stuff like that, millions of dollars fighting, the government, and things like that to make sure that people can have network marketing company opportunities. A lot of people wouldn't have the success that they actually have. Yeah, when you look at the personal development that people went through in Amway and those companies, the Mary Kays, the Herbalifes, the Shackleys, the grandfathers and grandmothers of these industries, this industry, they put out, a lot of the best entrepreneurial people, this world has ever seen, right? And so, again, this is a lot of you guys. You have to be able to find the value, of being here. It shouldn't be a burden for you to get better. Okay, this should be one of those things you look forward to on a daily basis. Every day you wake up, you should be getting better, whether you do it here with us or not. Like literally, there's got to be something that you're listening to every day, based on the fact that you weren't listening to anything before network marketing. You was just, living, right? So take that information and take that message that she just gave y'all and really apply it to your life. Because some of you guys are having conversations that's helping people. It just hadn't hit you yet. Okay? So appreciate that, Carla. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Thomas,
Good morning. Good morning. Happy birthday, Mr. Bean.
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to share that the last month I've been personally battling with some sickness with pneumonia, been in the hospital. But I tell you, while I was in the hospital, it didn't stop me from not doing my business. Even though I could barely talk. Um, I met a nurse. He was my nurse, and told him I was in the solar business. He said, "Man, I'm actually interested in solar." He said, "My house sits on a hill, and the sun is in perfect position for me to go solar." So, so that's a lead that I got while I was in the hospital. Um, Me and Idris also closed out on a solar deal a couple of days ago. It's
Okay.
a pretty big solar deal. A family that been dealing with since August. They was doing a refinance, so they kind of put it off for a minute. But let me tell you the power of follow up. I followed up with them and I said, "Hey, listen, did y'all do your refinance?" They closed on their refinance. I said, "You ready to go for solar?" And they said, "We're ready to move forward." So me and each just got on the phone with them, eked them up, signed the contract, and did the site survey. And it's a pretty big solar deal too, with a roof. So that's exciting. And the last thing is, I've had two ADT appointments with Miss Rangel. Two ADT appointments with her, and got two other ones on the block because I partnered with some realtors. And I told them, I said, "Listen, when you close on a deal, these people need security and they need internet. I haven't done any internet though, but some realtors are sending me deals with ADT because their clients are closing their homes. So I just wanted to share those wins. Even though even though I was down physically, I didn't let it take me out mentally and with my business. So I'm really proud to see the results of pushing through, even though things didn't look as bright as they normally did.
Yeah,
I'm back.
and I appreciate you being a leader while you were on your sick bed as opposed to being a victim, right? You could have been over with me. You could have been, like down in the dumps, and you could have been, succumbing to that emotional moment, and you didn't. And so, and it's crazy. Me and Kim and I, we had a young lady, Mary Lou, who's from the Philippines, and she was giving birth. Like they were really rolling her into the room, and she's in labor. At the time, and she was talking to the nurses and the doctors about the company that we were in. And so it's like literally rolling her in. She's literally talking to these people about the business that she was in. That's how committed she was. But it's crazy. But no, just I'm glad. One, glad you're healthier, right? Two, you're really talking about the things that we're talking about. That's personal development. For real. That's mind over matter, right? And you just hitting on all these points. The fortune is in the follow up. Following up, you got business, right? Following through, you got business, right? And sitting there, just taking your business in your own hands, right? Also, again, guys, it don't matter what you promote. We have a lot, and once you get a person in a situation where now they bought, they see the value, you now that's when you open up the ecosystem. Once you got them in the system, once they have a purchase, oh, by the way, we have, and so you got the ADT, you got the other things that you sold, like I said, you got the roof and the deal, making things happen. Plus, we got some other things that are happening with solar, guys. We're going to be expanding some of our providers, and so that's going to be coming out soon. So you got some solar information coming out that's on the horizon that you guys can look forward to. All right, now. And lastly, like I said, guys, again, we have some of the best resident people and specialists for specific things. Idris just happens to be one of them for solar, guys. So make sure you guys are, again, ringing him up. Again, just getting in his inbox, whatever you need to do to get those deals done and closed. Right? I got a chance to see my guy about 2 weeks ago. Went up to New York, had a good time. Got a chance to just reconnect with him, and that was pretty fun. And so can't wait to get back up there. All right, thanks, Thomas, for your contribution this morning. Let's see here, Laura Johnson.
Great morning, family. Great morning, family. Mr. Bean, happy blessed birthday and many, many more.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Thank you.
so family, just so excited about everything that's going on with our company this week and into the past couple of weeks with our trading, introduction of trading. I've been going out, as Mr. Bean said earlier today, money doesn't walk in, you got to walk out and get it. So I've been going out to events. I attended a networking event at the Gullah Geechee Expo last Saturday. And I met two people who were interested in trading. I also met two people who are interested in water. And so following up with them, one of them I followed up with, and she says, not now, but she's introducing her son. She says, I really want to introduce my son. So I'm now got a referral, because everyone is supposed to be either a customer or a referrer or a business partner. So now I got a referral from her. I've also been doing some online outreach, and I, as Mr. Beans just said, you're looking for people that are going to be leaders. So I reached out to a community, a trading community, and I said I was specifically looking for people on the continent in Africa. And I got a chance to speak with a person in Kenya. So got that person into our PIPU group so that they can be dripped on, and, looking to set up a three-way with Mr. Bean on this upcoming Monday. I actually invited that person to definitely to watch the boot camps, but also I invited him to today. I don't know if he's on today, but I did invite him because I wanted him to see us in action. Because when you meet people online, there's a high level of, suspicion sometimes because they don't know you, you don't know them. And so, you have to give people confidence in who you are and your company. So you have to expose them to the information. So that's it for me this week. I'm out and about again. I stopped on the side of the road so that I could, share with the family. And thank you for allowing me to share, Mr. Bean.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, this is some good stuff right now, Laura. I appreciate that. Your contributions as everybody else. Just the events. First of all, guys, the events. Again, we keep talking about how big events are. Events are huge. Like a lot of you guys on, don't matter what platform you use. If you're effective using it, use it, right? But don't shut other events down. Like don't shut up opportunities down. When you go to events, you can go to an event just to walk around, shake hands, right? And then just if you're just one of those people, I don't really know how to introduce myself to people. Let's just walk around, shake hands, and exchange business cards. Why are you here? Just come up with one question. Hey, so what type of business are you promoting? Okay, you got a card? Maybe if I know somebody who's looking for what you're selling, I can send them your way. And if that's all you do, guys, guess what? You're gonna meet a lot of happy people. Let them get on about their business, and you got away, without passing out because you didn't have to have a conversation with anybody, right? You just got the business card. You made the introduction. And then when you get back to your house, you go back and you send them, you send them emails and social media hits, say, hey, on email, via email, hey, this is Idris. I met you earlier today at the event, or I met you earlier today at the event, and it was a pleasure meeting you. And like I said, if I know anybody who needs your stuff, I'll need your services. I'll make sure that I send them your way. As a matter of fact, what social media platforms are you on, right? And that way I can follow you and I can share your content, right? And so, just meeting people, adding these people into your database, right? And then when you add them to your database, guess what? Social media, they start to follow you. They start to see what's going on in your life. Indirectly, you're dripping on them. Now you got this organic drip campaign going. Okay. And so the problem is that you guys are dripping on the same people you've been dripping on for the last 20 years. It's not going to work for you. They already figured you out now. And so at the end of the day, you are still, trying to sell the same database of people who you can't sell them. They feel like they already know you. They feel like they already know what you got going on. Then they feel like they already know that you like they're not looking at you as the leader that you are today, 10, 15 years later. They're looking at the person who they knew 10, 15 years ago. And that never goes away, guys, until the public and everybody who's on your social media feed start to make them see you as somebody different. Okay. So go to these events, go meet people, go get in the way, go get in the traffic, right? Make things happen. And so that's important. And when you look at, just the countries, like I said, the reason, and I appreciate Laura for bringing this up because one, like I tell you guys all the time, if somebody falls in your lap from another country, get help right away. Like make sure that they're basically plugged into the system. Make sure that they get access to the information, the right people, who can help them out. If you're not that person, now don't go and try to open up a country when you haven't opened up your backyard. If you haven't opened up your book of business, if you haven't been build a 250, you shouldn't be going to Mexico or, Africa or Canada, anywhere outside of your backyard. You master, building your book of business first, right? And then because you can't help them, guys. Again, you really like you can't do anything for those individuals. You can't answer any questions. You can't help them doing the presentations. You can't launch an event. Go get up here, right? Don't try to launch a country from here. Launch a country from here. Okay. What I'm saying, work on yourself. Get yourself to a point where when a person is looking at another country saying, wow, you know what? Evans, Evans has got people, he's from Kenya, but he's got people over here in Ghana. He's got people over here in Nigeria. He's got people over here in, Uganda, South Africa. Man, so now it's, oh, you know what? He's an international guy. He's a person who's moving around. And then he's got us in the system. So when you ask a person, you're going in these groups and you're now contacting people in these different countries, and they start to ask you questions and say, well, hold on, I can't answer any of your questions. I have to get somebody on the line. You don't want to 100% put yourself in that position. Like Laura, she's basically at a point to where she can almost do solo if she can't do solo on her own, so she can do that, right? She can do the water. She's been in the system. She's a builder, right? She's already been, to builder positions and stuff like that, so she can build a team. So for her to talk about, opening up, or bringing somebody in from another country, I can get on board with that, right? Because I know I won't have to be the person building it for her 100%. I'll be there building it with her, but I won't have to build it for her. Okay. So, because some of what some of you guys are doing is recruiting jobs for people like, like I said, Dr. Felicia found somebody in London. Well, guess what? Roxy and Matt, they'll be happy to help her, right? But if that's her whole entire book of business, like she's trying to find people in all these other countries, now that becomes a distraction, right? And so you want to make sure you're building in your backyard, building up your portfolio here in the US, and then you focus. If it falls in it, that's great, but focus on what you can control and what you can impact right away, like right across the street, right? Like in your neighborhood, right? All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Okay. I got our final three, then we're gonna move on. Dr. Arlene,
Good morning and happy birthday, sir.
thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you.
I
You've
am,
been out there traveling and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Well, I tell you lately.
yes, yes, yes. And I have to say, we've been out there doing a whole bunch of stuff because I really want to speak to one, you and Mrs. Bean as leaders and the environment that you put us in to succeed. Um, from your book of Bean, you said, earn while you learn, and you're in the personal development business. Well, my family is a testimony to that statement that you made because my young adults had zero skill. They came out of college and they had zero entrepreneurial skills. But because I was able to put them in this system and put myself in this system, we've got a family business that's burning and churning. I want to thank Landon. Landon taught us lead generation. And then I have to say, Sarah George took it to another level, to the point where we have over 1,900 leads that we're not only massaging now for solar, but also for Zeta, but also for water, but also for now trading, travel. And on top of that, she's taking it to another level. So I'm gonna break this down a little bit if I can, sir.
Come on.
So now with trading, Daniel trades futures. I've traded Forex for years.
Mm.
So we are flat fired up to have Donnie Pips. I set my system aside to study his.
Mm.
That is awesome. So Daniel now is our solar and our IT and our trading guy. Won't he do it? Sarah is our lead generation, social media, content creation. She's creating funnel pages for us. I can't even speak enough about what the skill sets that we've developed as a family. And for me now, it's travel and trading and training. So we've divvied everything up. I'm from TNT, Trinidad and Tobago, but now I'm gonna have to say I'm from TNT, travel and trading. Mr. Bean, happy birthday. Thank you. I can't say enough thank yous to you and Mrs. Bean and the system and the love and the energy that you all have poured into each and every one of us. And I can speak for my family because we're earning and learning in your personal development program. Love you, sir.
Appreciate you. Love you too. I appreciate that. And so, and guys, this is good stuff because this is the thing. When you say how do you say thank you to a leader? Results, right? And the results says it had nothing to do with money. Like you say thank you by saying I grew. I did this. I was able to have a better relationship with my son, my daughter, my spouse. I was able to get promotions on my job, right? When you actually can tell a person that I actually listened, considered what you said, processed it, utilized it, and turned it into something, that's thank you. That's a part of my legacy. That's a part of my resume, right? And so that right there, to have them turn this thing into a family business, that it don't matter what happens to this company, they are now a entity, right? A company within a company. And this is what I've been trying to teach you guys forever. We've always built a company within every company that we've been in, right? Always. And so for Sarah to be on top of that lead generation game, right, like that, and then like I said, Daniel again, who, it was when he first time I met him, it was just commercial solar or nothing, right? And so now he all over, when it comes to, him doing this thing with solar, him doing this thing, with trading now, and that trading option is here now. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited for you guys. Honestly, and then the guy, like I said, who I'm introducing you guys to today, he's a futures guy. So yeah, you guys get a chance to hear from him today. So again, we have this thing set. So watch this. So also that Omni platform, guys. This the thing about the Omni platform that you guys want to know. And this is going to be, like I said, once I wrap up the presentation, once I get everything out there. Um, you have a lot of companies out there who they hire a lot of traders, right? Oh, we're not going to do that. That's a very, very destructive, way to run a business, trading company. So But what we have with that Omni program, we will have the ability to give access to people who learn how to trade, like Angel, right? Angel's got a strategy, and she's taking Donnie's strategy. She's married it to hers. So guess what? At some point in time, Angel won't have to go looking for clients. She can go on Omni and through our company and be a trader on Omni, and people have her strategies. Dr. Arlene, again, she had her own, and I know for a fact we had this conversation, right? Matter of fact, Doctor, real quick, come back on, Dr. Arlene, and go a little bit more into the trading history, real quick, because this is important. I want to put some context behind this, please. Come back and tell them exactly, how you participated in the trading industry for me, please.
I actually started trading in 2000, trading Forex in 2008. And I actually also opened up a Forex trading company. I did a series of videos for on Forex and how to trade Forex. And it also highlights the importance of partnership. If you partner with the right people in business, then you progress and you move forward. Unfortunately, at that time, I did not partner with the right marketing arm for my business. And as a result, that business ended up going belly up. I ended up paying back the investors who wanted to be paid back. And when I was done with all of that, I had about $5 to my name.
Yeah. And the person also stole all of the videos and contents and stuff like that. So
yes, the
and
masters and everything. Mm-hmm.
so guess what? I don't know who you believe in. Everybody's got somebody that they believe in, something they believe in. It's a source that's greater than you, right? It wasn't stolen. It was just, trust me, it was removed so you can come back, double back, and you can do it again. But this time on steroids, just like they stole, WeLink from Kevin. How many of you guys think that Zeta is a better version of WeLink, right? And so again, people stole a fortune from me. And guess what? Books out, you know what I'm saying? We got a VP of sales for a company, partner for a company that's about to go out here and have a global impact. And I have more access to people and power than I've ever had in my life. But I could have let that wipe me out. And so, Doc, you get a chance to now come back and add not just Donnie Pips, strategies to your strategies, but your son is with you now. Like I said, this is huge, right? You know what I'm saying? A whole entirely different situation. And it's come back to pay you. You have a whole nother appreciation, a whole nother level of appreciation for what you grew through. Okay. And so you're not a victim, right? This is your season. Right? You retire, you put in your retirement for a reason, right? And so now, like I said, it was a little foggy when you put it in. You didn't know 100% what was going on. And so it was some fear and trepidation there. We had those conversations, but now you see why you did it, right? Now you see why you did it. Like it's man, it's not how, it's who, and it's why. You go ahead and add why on that. But that's a birthday present for me right there. All y'all stories and testimonies are a birthday present for me. I appreciate it. But that's some good stuff right there. That did something to me right there, for real. So, guys, yeah, again, we're here for a reason. You're the reason. Don't, I'm not here every Saturday morning. Trust me, I love to sleep, man. I just like, this is on purpose. This is for who really sees the value in it and who want to come here and be with us every Saturday morning, to get fed. We're here growing together, right? That's the purpose. This is when people look at companies, everybody's got products and service, but everybody doesn't have substance, right? People leave systems, right? And the guy who was talking to, you going to guys get a chance to meet today, like literally, he has systems in place, but people don't leave him because they love him, right? Because he provides value, and that's who we want to do business with, and that's who we want you guys to become people who are talked about all around the world, that people just can't leave, even when they're qualified to. Okay, so thank you, Doc. You blessed me on that one. I'm quite sure you blessed some other people as well. So thank you. And then we'll take Vic.
Morning, Foresight. How's everybody? Um, so I'm gonna be really quick and to the point. Happy birthday, sir. Looking good, man.
Thank you, sir.
And so, you know, I've been with trading for a while, and I've been my own worst enemy, not sticking to my rules. And you'll hear DP say that to you all the time. You got to stick to your rules. So I stuck to my rules last week. I said to myself, I'm not going to go away from my rules, and I'm going to stick to them as much as I can without having any emotions tied up to it. And it worked out pretty good. I took a $50 account to at this present time over almost 500, a little bit over 408, a little bit over $400. So to me, that was a big victory because I've owned a lot of accounts not following my rules, being ignorant and not really appreciating what I had in my hands. And when I'm in class, it's like I find myself answering the questions that Donnie asked because I know so much of it now. And where before, when I first ran into Donnie on the charts, I was so confused. I was like, oh my God, it was very intimidating. But now getting to the point now where I can glance at a chart and actually kind of, pick a spot where I can get in and fit in. And I think what day was Saturday? I think on Monday I traded most of the day and I had probably 80% win. I made about maybe 10 or 12 trades and I only lost one. So guys, we got the juice right here. I'm telling you. And with Omni coming on board to give us this global reach, I'm really excited to hear all the news and Mr. Bean's plan on how we're going to do this. Um, I've been out here in the streets, meeting some new people, really plugging the travel and trade and the tech. I think that's a great plan because it all ties together. And I still got a couple of solar deals I'm working on as well. Um, and it's just been a great time and just so very, very grateful for everything that's happening in our company and with our particular group as we don't talk about it, we just take action.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Vic, because one, guys, for those of you who don't know it, like I said, you brand new, Vic is the reason why we had Donnie join anyway. And so he's been asking Donnie to talk to me for over a year. And we finally had that conversation. Long story short, he's here with us. And the crazy part about it is the person I'm introducing you guys to today, guess what? He's here, through Donnie, right? And so Vic is creating a chain, right, of positive reactions and impact by him, one plugging into the system initially. Vic can tell you back in the day, Vic was his own man. Vic was a renegade. Like, trust me, when Vic showed up to the event, it was Vic's event, right? The Vic got his advice. He ain't got your advice. Vic is, man, look, I got it. I know everything, right? So I'm just telling you, he'll tell you like back in the I've been knowing it's just like Dale Boudreaux was the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, but for me, I understand, what I'm saying? It's about patience, it's about impact, it's about earning the right to lead them, right? They got to be able to trust me from one man to another. That's not the easiest thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We were all raised up to be our own men, right? And so for them to be able to submit to me, leadership wise, just it's a one, it's a show of appreciation and respect. I appreciate that, but they also saw me submit to somebody. They also saw me, again, say, hey, look, I'm still my man. I'm a man. I'm my own man. But this person has my answer and not my problems, right? I need to listen to this individual because he can take my life to the next level, help me take my life to the next level. And so all those years, what I'm saying, again, the cultivation have paid off and culminated to, some really good, solid impact. Guys, I'm just telling you, when you bring people into your life and you pour into people over time, because some of you guys, this is the thing, when you look at, and some of you guys have experienced this, one of the companies that I came from, the people in the company, they only talked to and focused on the people who were bringing in volume, bringing in recruits. Everybody else was irrelevant. Okay. And so when you actually understand that, there are people out there who They are not where they're going to be, and when they get there, you want to be the person who helps them arrive. Though that's where your ultimate reward is. That's where your stability and security is. The people who can bring in volume and stuff right now, that's your fast money. Your forever money is relationships. Okay, remember when we say your success should be based on, or it should be built on the successes that you build for other people. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and so I appreciate the evolution, Vic. I appreciate the contributions as well. Again, that $50, and this is the thing when you go back to the $50, and I want to make sure you guys understand this. Um, don't be superficial, okay, with the numbers. Okay, some of you out like oh that's not $50,000. That's not $5,000. It's just $450. No, it's not just hear what he said. He focused on his strategy. He focused on his game plan. He focused on his rules, right? And that's the thing you focus on because when you look at people who focus on the dollar amount, they lose. They lose on a regular basis. If you focus on the pips you win, right? If you have a strategy, because some people have strategies for percentages. If you focus on percentages, guys, you'll win. And that percentage may bring you $2. Or that pip may bring you, $7, depending on what city, state, of country, or investment amount. It don't matter. It's the rules. It's the disciplines. Because once you get this stuff down pat, and you can take $7 and it's the same as $7,000, or you take $7,000 the same as $70,000. It don't matter. And guess what? You go into those trades confident. You go into those trades, excited because you recognize that you understand what it looks like and you know how to get in and get out with the money, and you're not even scared because you know what's about to happen because you mastered the system, you mastered the disciplines, you mastered your rules, and you stick to those rules and disciplines and things like that because that's what's going to save you, right? Don't be impatient in this game. This is a long play situation. You can make fast money right now. Donnie's gonna show you guys how to get in and stimulate the population and everything else that goes with it. That's but don't get in here and gamble. Because some of you guys are gonna get in here, you're gonna do real good on your demo accounts. All right, and then you're gonna think that it's time for me to open up my cash account right now. I'm about to go open up a cash account. It's about to go crazy. And then you get in that cash account and just lose it. Your mind, your money, you know what I'm saying, your belief, your dream, the whole entire thing, right? Telling you, how many people y'all know lost weight in their the first 2 weeks, and then then a month later they were bigger than where they were before they lost the weight. That's you going from your demo account to your real account, right? Your demo account was right now that energy, that excitement, everything that you're in right now. You're going to the gym, you're eating better, you're blending stuff, and then you jump into that demo account, that real life. When you wake up and you go take a trip one day, and now throw off your whole entire regimen, and boom, you didn't stick to your rules. You didn't do no push-ups, sit-ups. You didn't eat well on your trip, and all of a sudden you're back, right, to who you were, right, with the same challenge, the same. I'm telling you, this is where community is important, right? You got these type of testimonies, guys. That message he just gave y'all was more important than when most of you guys learned this week. Okay, stick to the rules, right? Focus on the pips. Focus on the strategy. The E3 strategy works, right? For a reason. People know about this thing around the world for a reason, right? And so, again, it's on purpose, guys. All right. So, appreciate you. Thank you, big guy.
Thank you, Mr. Bean. I appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir. So, focus on the pips, not the amount. All right. So, we got the last two here. Sabrina will take you first, then we'll end this segment with Idris.
Happy birthday, Mr. Bean. This
Thank
is
you.
an awesome month because my birthday is in about 2.5 weeks. So I'm excited for you.
Libra Nation is in the building. It's Libra season, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. This whole conversation that you guys are having is going back to what you've been teaching us as leaders, is to go back and look yourself in the mirror and really pay attention to what it is you're doing and what you're not doing. I'm grateful for you and Mrs. Bean. I'm grateful for Aunt Angie. I'm sorry, Angel. I have a sister named Angie. for Angel, and the leadership and this group, mainly because it keeps you focused when you're plugged in, for one. The other part of this is I can touch on 3 subjects. One is not giving up, being focused, and listening to the rules. Not just my rules, but the rules of people who know more than you do. That's huge. So the drip. Anytime you're doing a drip, I'm finding out that once you put the information out there, you let the information do what it does, because different things hit different people. My son just finally came on board. My oldest son just came on board. He texted me the other day and he says, what do I need to do for solar and how much money can I make? And I was like, huh? I said, oh, so so he said he wanted solar for his house he just bought. And so I said, oh, so you want a referral or you want the commission? He's like, I want the commission. I said, did you talk to Mr. Thomas that I asked you to, because he lives in Atlanta too? He's like, yes, he told me exactly what to do. I said, okay, fine. In order for you to get that commission, in order for us to set up this appointment, you need to go and, level up again and get yourself in place. He's like, okay, it's done. Mind you, I didn't have to say nothing else. I said, oh, by the way, since you are also have a house, guess what? You wanted the water. Guess what? You get half of that commission too. He's like, oh, really? I said, yes, you get half of that commission too. He's like, well, I also want to trade. I said, we have the perfect platform for you. So everything that he's wanting to do, he's in the right place at the right time. Not just me, but he's in the right place at the right time. It's like, okay, fine. The second thing is about being in your space and knowing what you're not just comfortable in, but getting out of that comfortable zone. So I don't like networking. Angel know, my husband know, I hate it when I go networking with them. But I do like going to happy hour. So I looked at my husband the other day. I was like, let's go to happy hour. And so we're sitting there and we're talking, and this young lady sitting there, and I just started talking to her. And by the time I finish, I'm able to assist her, which that's what this is all about. It's about listening to people and being a help and not a hindrance, right? And so I'm able to connect her to her next piece of her puzzle that she's looking for. So it's like perfect. And then she was telling me about what her mother does and all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, so we'll get a chance to connect on several levels, not only just helping them, but with trading, with entrepreneurship, with all of that. And it's like perfect. The third thing is, and Angel know this with a passion, I ran from trading as fast as I could. Didn't want nothing to do with it. Didn't want to talk about it. Didn't want to hear it. It was like, put your fingers in your ears. No, that sort of thing. But once you brought Donnie Pip on, and I literally, mind you, this whole atmosphere, it's about taking the lid off of yourself, really wanting to grow. In order to grow, you have to open up your ears and really pay attention. So not only did I pay attention to Angel inviting me to this business, now I'm opening up my ears to hearing how much extra that I can do with my life and not put a cap on what I can make, right? Not depending on someone else to make money for me. I can make the money myself, as long as like it's being said, with the rules. So I'm not just taking what I can lose. I'm taking the rules that you and Donnie has been putting out there. Put the rules in place. If you're saying do this because I'm successful, why would I keep doing something opposite of that? And so that's what I'm learning, that I'm doing. The fact that what you guys are saying, I'm in place to do that. Because when it comes to trading, I am now like, okay. And then of course, Eddie does it too. So I'm able to he's able to walk me through some stuff as well. So, I don't have to give up $50,000 or $5,000 just for someone else to screw up my money. Now I can actually learn how to pull the trigger, press the button, and close it out and still make money.
So I'm grateful to the entire Build community. Thank you so much.
No problem. This is good stuff, right? First of all, we had that conversation about you not wanting to trade, and it's just a testament when people, see, Donnie do his thing, and it's just got this way with simplifying things and making things easy, right? And making things simple, making things fun, right? And relatable. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not selling you on, coming in here to learn how to trade. I'm just selling you on listening, and seeing if it's a fit. That's the only thing I'm selling you on, right? Because I'm not trying to close you on that. I'm not trying to change your mind. Your mind is already set on not trading, right? You have reasons why you don't want to trade as an individual, right? And that's the problem that you guys are going to run into. Stop trying to sell the trading program, okay? Sell access to see if it's something for you or not. There's a difference because one has pressure, and people run from pressure. People run from pain, right? Past experiences and stuff like that. You think about past experiences, think about, a lot of people who have lost money in passive schemes, right? And a lot of people have lost money, trusting people how to trade for them. Let me tell you why people lost that money. They didn't lose money not necessarily because the person was a bad person, a bad trader, or a bad human being who has scam. They lost the money because they didn't have the skill to trade on their own. That's period. Because when you got the skill to trade on your own, you never do anything like that. You never have to rely on anybody to touch your money, right? And so that's the ultimate reason. So when a person is upset because they lost money, um, good, bad, legal, fraudulent, Lily, it's a complaint, and it's a complaint based on your inadequacy, when it comes to your financial education and what you can and cannot do, what you're limited to do, the cap that you put on yourself by not learning, right? And so that's the thing that you want to make sure people understand. It's not if this thing flips upside down, this world we live in flips upside down and no jobs are available, right? It's when. And you at that point in time trying to figure out what to do with your life when there are no more jobs, and and AI is here to go ahead and make sure you don't have one, right? Or put you out of business. That's not going to be a good look for you. That's not going to be a good time for you. I'm just telling you guys, again, whether you want to learn how to trade or not, at least have an understanding what trading is and learn it, get in these markets and learn about these markets. And if you don't, you get $199 down, $99 a month to learn about money. If you don't take a trade ever in your life, you can learn about futures, you can learn about options, you can learn about, like, some things that people are going to be teaching you about. And when the market move, you'll have some semblance of an understanding about it, even if you're not out there pushing a damn button or darn button. I'm sorry, I got excited. So just know this, guys. It's how you frame it in your mind. How do I extract value from this? I'm paying for this. How can I get something for my 199 and 99 a month? Right? Turn it into an educational course for you. These guys are going to be training. Roxy's going to be training, right? Donnie is going to be training. The gentleman I'm about to introduce you to guys to after Idris goes, he's going to be training, right? These are lessons that your kids can, and if you guys, you already paid for it. Why don't you have your teenagers on these trading courses, on these trading classes with you, on these training sessions with you, right? You'll be glad that you did. I'm telling you, get your young adults, in the seat next to you. Get them some popcorn, something. Take the iPad away, take the phone away, and allow them to say, look, this is right now. This is our time together. This is what we're gonna do together. This is our moment. We're gonna bond together. But I need you to know this. If you don't know nothing else, that's one of the best gifts you can give your kids. The ability to create money financially for themselves, because you're not going to be here for them, forever, physically or financially. All right. And so, again, that's good stuff. Also, like I said, just the drip campaign. Your son coming around. I got a chance to meet him, and it's cool because all of our kids have their own minds, and they all think they know more than us anyway. They all think they know what's best, for them and everybody else. And so you just keep on living around them, right, as a prototype. You just keep on winning around them, keep on dripping on them. And good things will happen, guys. Good things will happen. And let's see, and just when you have this information, guys, and you know what you got, when you out and about having conversations, it'll work for you organically, naturally. You don't have to press it. You know, it'll happen. I got a text message yesterday, or not a text message. I got a inbox yesterday early for the last 2 days actually, and it was from a gentleman. Hey, I want to know how to trade whatever. And I'm thinking maybe somebody in the group. So I'm like, okay, I'll get back to him. Ask him questions like who's your senior partner, who invited you, how did you find me, and then come to find out it was somebody I had met at a we was outside of a store. We had a conversation and we exchanged phone numbers and he found me on Facebook through my phone number and then in my name. Then he turned around and he inboxed me and said, hey, look, I want to learn how to day trade, right? And asked him some questions. He said, no, you gave me your number. We was outside the store talking and I just want to catch up with you and get some information on your program. So he and I are talking today at 12, right? Have conversations with people, guys. And we literally never talked about trading because trading wasn't available at that time. We just talked about entrepreneurship and had really good conversations. And so when he followed me because I got his social media handle, right? And so the phone number, right? And he followed me, on social media. Um, that actually opened up the gate for me now to have another member come on board based on that conversation. Okay. So just telling you guys, that's very, very important. Be open to having those conversations. Go out there and have you a drink like Sabrina, cocktail like Sabrina, have some conversations and make it happen. So we're gonna transition here. We got one more, Mrs. Idris Salaka, and then we're gonna introduce you guys to somebody that we just brought on that's a special individual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning to everyone. I'll be super quick. There's a lot of testimonials that I can go over. You heard some from Thomas. There's a few others. We have some from Angel and Emmanuel. Working with them is just such a pleasure. Also from Sabrina and Eddie as well. And also James Meadows. Just a lot of testimonials overall from the solar space. But I really want to take this time out to say happy birthday to you, Mr. Bean. I know we got back. We connected a couple of weeks ago in New York, and really just understanding and all of the stuff that you do behind the scenes to really put all of us in a position to win. Right? It's really not easy, but you make it look easy. Strangely enough, and it's just so much effort, work, and diligence that you put for really setting this whole thing up for all of us. So just wanted to publicly say happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoy your day. Hope you enjoy your week. And let's close out the year strong.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you bring to the team, bro. Like I said, thank you, for you being there for everybody, like in a capacity that normally people wouldn't be, right? You open up yourself and give access to people in ways that 99% of people in the solar industry would not, right? And so, the mentorship that you actually give people, again, is unparalleled, and that comes from your heart. They know it, they appreciate it, and that spills over also to their customer base. So people really feel, the respect, the admiration that these individuals have for you. So that opens up, for quality dialogue, and information between you and the homeowners and stuff. So, appreciate you for being who you are. It's great getting a chance to catch up with you in New York, having those conversations. And you're right, it's not easy. And the crazy part about it is, guys, we always talk about back in network marketing days, you always take the negative up and the positive down, right? And so you have zero idea what goes on behind the scenes, guys. But the thing about it is that, you got somebody fighting, for you and to make sure you guys have everything y'all need. And the fight is a lot bigger than you know. So it's always going to be a lot bigger than you know. So because you have individuals in a room that have success, right? And all of them have been successful in different in different arenas. And so now it's like, a power struggle. It's like, everybody's trying to get you're between the House and the Senate, or the Democrats and Republicans. It's like everybody's trying to get something for their people, right? And everybody's trying to fight for, what's best for their people, right? And And for me, being a VP of sales, everybody in the company is my people, right? So just by title, just by representation. So my all my conversations have to do with protecting and growing and developing everybody in the whole entire company as my responsibility. And so sometimes philosophies, won't allow that a lot of times. And so sometimes you got to find the battles and pick the battles that you're going to fight, right? And say that battle for another day. But the one thing that that I ask as a, just really not even a favor, ask as a leader and for you guys as leaders, I need you guys to just take the advice that I give you guys and build on it, because the more you build on it, the more successes that we create, the more leverage I get, right? When we don't move as a group, as a company, as a team, as a field, then and the things that we're talking about don't work because people are not working it, people are not taking responsibility for it. You're not giving me anything to help you with, right? And so what ends up happening is if I have zero leverage, that means there's zero change. If there's zero change, you're complaining, and your complaint has nothing to do with the company because you had a chance to actually impact the decisions that the company make, right? Business is business. Remember, you're just as important from the bottom as a person is at the top. You just haven't realized that yet. If all y'all get together and just do what I ask y'all to do, trust me, right? We'll always have everything we need 100% of the time. I just need you to do your part. I need you to bring your people in. I need you to get your results and post those pips that you guys are getting. Post those results that you guys are getting. Post those sales that you guys are getting. Let's take this thing and elevate this thing, right? We're not just talking about it, training on Monday nights on millionaire mentorship calls just to woo you guys with fancy words and profound statements. That's not what this is about, right? This is about you guys taking information, processing it, using it, and evolving while you're getting the results. That lets the company know, that this guy knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. And every time we trust him with something, he comes back with more and more results because we can see it in the field, right? Me going to them talking about what we need to do is one thing. You guys showing them that you guys have made strides with what we talked about the first time. That's a whole entirely different thing. Give me that leverage that I need to help you guys. Okay. So I appreciate you guys' reflections. Like I said, this is one of those mornings where we're not gonna do no training. You guys have already trained, and so what I have for you guys, I'll do that next week. Okay, but just know this, these reflections this morning, what you guys gave, what you guys offered up, that was enough training for people. But what I want to do right now is I want to introduce you guys to somebody I know. We talked about Donnie, coming on board. Donnie, making the impact that he's got and making the impact that he's had. And, quality people know quality people, right? And so when you actually have, I was introduced to two individuals, last week, and both I sat down with myself and Winston Navarro sat down with, and I had some really good conversations with these individuals. And, I really like both of them. And both of them are extremely different in their own rights. Both of them bring different things to the table. With the one in particular that I really just could not uh, walk away from the table without, having him become a part of our organization, was, a gentleman by the name of JCL, and people call him. Okay. And so, uh, that's my sister trying to tell me happy birthday, probably. Okay. But when I hear people quality, y'all know how I am when it comes to quality people, quality individuals, people who we can add to the company and the group to make sure that we, take our game and our businesses to the next level, our lives to the next level. And so, definitely want to introduce you guys, to a gentleman who I'm excited for you guys to meet. I'm excited for you guys to hear from, and I want to make sure that you guys, because he's going to have his corporate announcement. We're going to introduce him to the whole entire company in a little bit, but I want to make sure you guys. Says it, Jaciel Lara Cuenta. Okay, did I say it right? All right, good deal, good deal. So y'all see him on the screen right now. Is Hustle Safe, But JCL, if you can come to the, go ahead and start. Open your microphone up, and let me see if I can get the screen to change a little bit, and introduce yourself to everybody for me, please.
You guys hear me?
Hey, loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear.
Perfect. Happy birthday, brother.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. This is a good moment for us. You know, we've been in talks, the whole entire week. And really, like I said, we talked to a lot of people. And one thing that Winston and I, we agreed on is that we loved you as a human being. And so but if you can give some people some of the background about you, where you're from, with your experience in trading and everything else. Kind of tell us a little bit about who you are.
Oh, my name is Jesse Laracuente. I'm from Puerto Rico. I have been 7 years and a half trading. I have been focusing on the index markets. I specialize on futures, and I can also do CFDs. And what's up, Donnie? If you are in the house.
You
And
bet.
yeah, I have been all these years. I started at a very young age. I was 18 when I started on the world of trading. I was on college, so you guys can imagine, not at least here in Puerto Rico, and I know most in the parts of the world, college students don't have too much resources. So I was, looking for ways, coming from a family that didn't have too much resources neither. So I was looking just ways to grow and to expand, at least to finish my studies. And when I started trading for the first time, the first 2 years, like I can say 3 years, it was horrible. And especially when you're in college and you don't have too much money at that time. So imagine, I didn't finish college when I was young because I burned my money on the markets. So not something that that's something that you should never do, okay? I'm saying it from scratch right now, never do something like that. But after the third year and up, obviously I noticed you guys have like the blessing of having resources from the beginning, and you can avoid mistakes. You can start doing it with a blueprint and a map to do it right. But some people like years ago didn't have that much of resources at that time, so I was just losing to learn and until I got to learn. And yeah, pretty much after let's say 2020, 2021, I got to see profitability on trading. And after that, everything has been different. I became a business owner, have built my own businesses, and also became part of this industry as a way, to there's ways to bless other people. Not only giving something to them, but teaching something is a better blessing because it's something that no one can take away from you. And it's not the same that to give a fish that to teach someone how to fish. I think that's a bigger blessing, or a bigger way to help people grow and succeed on what they want to do, at least on this space. So yeah, um I'm very excited for what's happening and what you guys are doing. I've been hearing and looking your testimonies, and I love so far what you guys are doing, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
Mhm. Now, and guys, this is the thing, you have people who are in this industry that were network marketers, and they learn how to trade, right? And you have some people who are in this industry that was network marketers who say they learn how to trade, right? And so and when and they move that way. When I look at bringing people to the company, I always look at what's the probability of them being here, or what's the probability of them jumping to another company, right? And for those of you who don't know, he actually JCL also has businesses in Puerto Rico. He doesn't. He's like, this trading is not his only thing. He actually has companies that he's opened up with revenue that he's created from the trading, right? And so the lifestyle he's built around trading. And so he had offers on the table for multiple companies, to bring him on board. And like you said, he's in a position where he didn't have to just jump right into something. He didn't have to make a decision, overnight. And his spirit, something just told him to wait and look at other offers. And so he settled on us, but the people were willing to pay him a lot more than what he was getting paid here. But he's here for a reason. So if you can share with them why you chose Build, please.
Well, I didn't have like the experience on having the approach, first of all, from the owners and talking to them personally and get to know them. I think that's a very important thing. Because um you can hear and you can see their vision. You will know how something works based on who owns it or who is behind it. And I like the honesty they brought to the table, how they manage everything, and the vision they have with this business on being right now one of the, I can say, the only one for the moment regulated platform to work like this type of dynamics. I think that's a winner for everybody that's in on this industry. A place you guys can call home or a place to build. I think it's very interesting what's happening here. And yeah, I mean, I told Samuel that my dad told me to wait for God's signal, and I personally, no, I'm not someone that would take just a choice because, yeah, there it looks good. I mean, if you don't feel safe at the moment, just wait, and then something pops up, and then it makes sense why you didn't feel secure at the first time. Probably you just were waiting for something else to show up. Um, I wanted to build on a good place, wanted to be on a place where it's secure, and I know Samuel and Wences are building something great here, and based on the dynamic I have seen here, you guys are enjoying it. So that's something important, that you guys enjoy what you guys are doing. And that love you guys show to him and everything. So it tells me the kind of leadership they have and the kind of the way they're working with you guys. And that's some things that I will always look for when I want to go to a place, if I'm doing it with the right people and good people on the industry. So yeah. And of course, Donnie, man. Donnie is super cool, bro. Hey.
What's up, brother? How we doing, gentlemen? Happy birthday, Mr. Bean. Guys, show some love in the chat for our new Spanish powerhouse, guys. What is up? Man, I'm excited to be here, Mr. Bean. Happy birthday, sir. Many, many more. Hopefully I can treat you to a drink when you get to Florida.
We got that. We got that. We got that for sure. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be here with him, guys. You see, he's coming. He's going to be bringing the fire, the heat, and his strategies. And what we're building here is going to be nothing less than phenomenal. And again, we're not attracted by the money. You're going to see all the hype men out there and the salesmen on social media, guys. We joined a company because we believe in the vision. And when the vision is right, you're going to get the right people involved, not the hype men, not the 40 million traders, and not the 50 million Ferrari Lambo guys that are renting. Again, I live in Miami, so I know what's what. But as you guys see here now, I'm in my beautiful estate here in upstate New York. I had to walk outside to get some some signal just to be on this call, because when Mr. Bean does a call, I sit down and I listen. Why? Because I'm a product of the environment. So I'm glad to be here, guys, and I'm glad that each and every one of you can be a product of the environment. But here's what I really, really want you guys to take away from this as we move forward. Bring more people to see your success, right? I always tell people I love making money, but I love making money with more individuals. Why? Because the story gets bigger. Okay, make your story bigger, and we got 3 months left. How big is your story going to be? Don't be selfish with an opportunity like this. Mr. Bean, back over to you, man. Happy birthday.
Appreciate you, big guy. And I definitely want to appreciate what you got going on, man. And like I said, the introduction that you made with your JCL and some other people, I appreciate that. And definitely going to have you come back on a little bit later for sure, man. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you. All right. And so again, guys, so right now, one big happy family. Everybody's excited for everybody. And like I said, like when I say the JCL, came with high recommendations from Donnie. Talked about his skill sets and everything else. Yeah, that's one thing. You have professionals who talk about professionals, and really that's from in this industry, you have to come uh, with credible resources. You got to come with people who are saying, "Hey, look, I want to make sure that we have the right people in this company," and that's what we have, guys. So, going back over to JCL, like I said, I know you were finishing your statement on the as far as why, and like I said, saying thanking Donnie for bringing you on board. When it comes to first of all, y'all heard him. He's a trader for real. He said God sent him a signal, right? So that's one of those things let you know you're in the right place, right? So that's that signal talk, right? So when it comes to what you actually trade, all right, tell us what do you trade? You know, what do you do primarily? Some of the things that you trade, some of the things that you follow, some of the things that you use, so they can kind of get an idea of what to expect from you.
Yeah, I trade, my bad. I trade indices. I trade on Nasdaq, ES, or as you guys, if you guys trade CFDs, you will know them as NAS 100, S&P 500. I specialize on New Year session. I trade on mornings, and I don't trade every day, but I trade let's say like at least I can look at the market for 3 days on the week that I like the most because of the volume. And yeah, I like trading with my parameters. I think parameters are very important. And as a trader that knows people that work as on firms and hedge funds and everything, I have seen how they do it with their professional structure. So I have implemented on my trading for the last at least 5 years. And yeah, pretty much I have been focusing on New York. New York is like the best time for trading, at least on my experience on indices. And yeah, also like the tape. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but like reading the tape as another confirmation, that's something that I also use like to make sure I'm entering. And having most confirmations makes me have at least an 80% of chances of getting my trade to the correct way, and always with risk management and my professional parameters, which is like the most important thing. So yeah, I'm a New York session junkie, I can say, with NAS 100 and S&P 500.
Mhm. And so right now I know so indices and futures or your like the things that you're doing, you're hitting on Nasdaq. Now, when it comes to, the let's say Spanish, right? And so talk about how important it is right now because you got a lot of people in different countries right now that want to learn how to trade. What's the value of a Spanish, trader, a bilingual trader right now in the market?
Well, right now we can say there's not a lot of traders on the Spanish side. At least on Latam or Latin America, there's not too much traders with results or people that have you know, had a really big outcome from trading. So I come from, we can say, based on economy, it's not the biggest economy. So getting from that to being profitable and get to, surpass all of that is very important. And second of all, I know most of the Spanish people, they all have the same needs that I had when I started. So like it's a way to, help grow also in the Spanish side, because I know um you guys have it on the English side. I know you guys have Donnie. I know you guys have some really good educators here with you. So I want to be able to help on the Spanish side to make sure you guys also have, like a good structure and something you can leverage for those who might not understand English. And yeah, I think it's really cool for you guys to be able to build in both languages and, keep growing and popping numbers for you guys and the businesses. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. And that's one of the things that we were really and truly excited about. Guys, he's not just so you know, I'm gonna put this in context. One of the biggest, things you have to worry about in this industry is your traders being poached, right? And when you have people who they lean heavily on the recruiting side while they're actually training, those individuals, they tend to jump companies, right? And so one of the things that I really appreciate about JCL is that, one, he's not a recruiter. He's not a network marketer, right? He really and truly, he's like, hey man, look, don't worry about it. It's like if people come on board, I'll send them to you. I had to let him know, no, we don't not send them to anybody. Those are your people. You're gonna keep those people. But he's not a recruiter. He has a passion for educating. Right? That's the thing. When you have a passion for educating people and putting people in a position to win, you have a passion for building systems. You have a passion for creating modules and things like that. Like they literally, he volunteered. Said he just, one of the things he was just telling Winston, hey, look, I can come in and even help you guys when it comes to being like director of education or something like that, whether it be for trading futures, whether it be for LATAM, it don't matter. I'm just here to provide, resources and be a resource. And that said a lot about, him, because most people, they come in and they do the least, expect the most, and they're unpredictable, and you don't know what their shelf life is going to be. And so when you have a person like JCL comes in, very, very humble, very, very, like eager to help and show his value, that puts me in a really good place, and I appreciate you bringing that to the table for people. Now, so as far as, matter of fact, he actually, last night we was having a conversation, he already has ideas. He say, hey, I got some ideas for you guys, and I'm excited about this. Maybe we can implement this. But I'm like, man, look, that's exactly who we have coming to the team, coming to the table. So, anything else that you like to share with anybody before you get out of here? Before we, because I want to make sure that they got a chance to at least meet you, and before we introduce you to the big company, we want to make sure that the actual team meets you first and kind of get you a nice little warm and fuzzy to your personal environment here. Anything you want to add or share with the people here? Advice or anything like that before we get out of here?
I'm just happy to be here. I love the energy, and I'm waiting. How do you say this? I'm excited to see what's coming from this point on. I know there's a big space here to grow, and using Omni as the app to grow, I think that's pretty much awesome. And yeah, I mean, I love the community so far. I love the love you guys show to each other, and the good energies. Like I think that's one of the most important things to have as a company, like keeping your workplace, or I was gonna say ambient, but I don't know if that isn't even a word. But like your workplace, keep it, that way. Keep it clean with good energies, and you will be more effective and more effective on your work results and numbers. So it all starts with having all those good energies surround you. And I know you guys are in good hands with the educators you guys have and with the leaders you guys have. And think about it. You guys took a Saturday, probably it's your day off, and you're here getting value, and you're here learning from Samuel and seeing other results, and you guys are committed. So that's where you see who's gonna be like on the top technically from this year to next year, or in all these quarters and everything, because you guys are showing you guys are showing your faces, and you guys are here. So yeah, I'm excited and happy. Love this so far. And man, Samuel, thank you, bro, for this. I'm happy to be here with y'all.
No problem, man. Like I said, welcome to the family, guys. Give us some 4 5s, guys. That and this is the Foresight family, guys. For those of you who understand what that is, Foresight 4 is for the 4, and that 5 is for the S in sight. So give us some 4 5s, show them some love. As a matter of fact, come off mute and go ahead and welcome them to the family the proper way, guys. Again, I want to make sure he hears your energy and your excitement. Just like for me. So yeah, go ahead, come off mute. You're allowed to come off mute and to go back on once you say welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the
Family, we're
family.
excited to have you.
Hey, good morning. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
Family, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, JCL, I'll turn you back over to you, morning, man. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate that. Giving a chance to the people to give a first glimpse of who you are, and guys, I'm excited for what you guys get a chance to learn from him
Glad you're here.
and the impact that he's going to actually be here. So, thank you, JCL. I'll turn you back over to you, Dave, man. Enjoy, and go ahead and walk that beautiful dog, man. All right, guys. So, real quick here, Donnie, if you're still there, I definitely want you to hop back on real quick. If you can come off mute, or if you still.
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. So, this Sunday, I know you'll be rounding out the week, and can you share with them what they can get on Sunday, making sure that they know why they need to be there for me, and then got a couple other questions for you as well.
Gotcha. So Sunday we are going to be going over how to set up our trading accounts. We're going to be going over brokers and different types of brokers. We're also going to be going over how to utilize the tools to set us up for success, such as TradingView. TradingView has multiple different charts and platforms because you have to be a student of your environment. So one of the things about trading that makes it really hard is that people don't understand. We're going to break down the understanding of the charts, okay? We got to break some things to fix some things, right? We really get nervous during swim call and learning how to swim. But once we learn how to swim, we in the water like fish, right? It's the same thing in the financial markets. Once you actually learn the markets, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Mhm. Good deal, good deal. Now, if you can also let people know when it comes to because I've had a lot of questions. I see Julie and some other people who are they're entrepreneurs who have crazy schedules. They're not allowed to be. They won't allow them to be on anything that we do. For the most part. Can you let them know? Give us some insight on what you're doing. To create some modules that they can go and learn at their own pace. And when they go back to not just listen to the calls, but something, the PDFs and modules that you're creating that they can expect over in a short
So
period.
of course. So everything's going to be in the back office in our hub, right? So in the Build Academy, you're going to be able to go there, learn at their own pace, pause, rewind, be like, oh, have an aha moment at their own schedule. That's the hardest thing about life is that we never have enough time. Now we're going to have enough time because we're going to be able to learn at our own pace. That's why I love to tell people like it's a lunch and learn, right? You got an hour worth of time that you have to yourself. You learn a little bit here, you learn a little bit there, you put it on pause, you come back to it, and then you go. Here's what we can't do. We can't eat the whole apple, but we can take bites out of it. We learn a little bit now, go implement that on a chart. Go back. Oh, wait, Donnie Pips said this in this module. Let me go there. And I see that formation in the market, and I'm going to be able to trade that strategy.
It's awesome. Now, lastly, because this is very, very important, like I said, guys, we will not be hiring a lot of traders. What we will be doing is developing people who can trade. And for those of you who want to evolve into people who train at some point, when you are vetted and tested, and we're ready to rock and roll with you, you'll be able to go on Omni and trade and put your strategies and everything on Omni and have people follow you there. So when it comes to Omni, Donnie, what is it? Tell them what what you think. What are the benefits of Omni? What do you think about Omni? What do you think it's going to do for the company as a whole? Because again, we haven't rolled it out, but this is like a sneak preview conversation. What are your take? What's your take on Omni and the impact for the company?
Okay, so think of it like this. How many people would love for Donnie Pips to push the button for them legally? Give me a full 5 in the chat if you would like for yourself, your smartphone, to copy my trades. Right? You guys have seen me do it on the charts. How many people would like that? Well, that's exactly what Omni does. Omni allows you right from your phone to connect directly to my trades, right? And with that, you're able to earn while you learn. I like that. Earn while you learn, right? So while you're learning to trade the financial markets, your smartphone is doing the earning for you by mimicking the Omni trades. Now, as he said, a little sneak peek, I got a chance to test out the Omni system the other day, and I know Mr. Bean got to see some of the results. The Omni system took, I want to say, roughly about 25 trades, and Mr. Bean has we love receipts around here. What was that? 425 pips in 3 hours. 425 pips in less than 3 hours. Imagine that. And all you had to do was connect and let Omni do the work for you. It's going to be a game changer. It is the only CTFC approved app in the United States. So this is going to be really, really amazing for Forex.
Mm-hmm. Now, what will it do for their recruiting power?
Oh man, so a lot of people always like to say, how much money did you make? Right? I always hear that when recruiting. How much did you make? How much did you make? Imagine opening up your app and just showing somebody, hey, just by connecting to Build and what they have to offer, I was able to make an extra $250, $100, $750. So when it comes to recruiting, it's a conversation piece. That's a start.
Mhm. You went out on us. You said it was a conversation piece, and then after the conversation piece, you went out on me.
It's a conversation piece that's a starter and a finisher.
There you go. Got that part. Got it. That's good stuff. Now, when you look at like if you're talking to traders, now this is the thing. If you're talking to traders and they're looking for a place to come, what would your conversation be, to somebody who is trading at another company who's looking for a place to bring their people or a place for them to come and just be a part of, when it comes to Omni and just being a part of Build? What would you tell them?
We have stability. A lot of these companies give ranges, right? They've got these hype men that are talking about trading, but they're not actually trading. They're giving predictions, right? They're saying, well, I think the market's going to drop, but they don't ever say where, right? Here at Omni, one, we keep it realistic. We make trading about the individual and not about the sales, right? And that's the conversation piece that a lot of people have. They have so many communities in other organizations, but those communities aren't winning. When we're winning as a community, and that's going to be what we're going to be driving on, is everybody's winning, even the person who is the slowest to learn. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I think his name is John. Once John figures this out, everybody should be winning. And I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna stamp it. When John starts winning, you're going to know you got left behind. Don't get left behind in a company that's going to be about winning and not about the sales numbers.
Mm. Oh, that's fire. That's good stuff right there. And I'm glad you touched on the community thing, and that's one thing you guys heard him say off the rip. He said, "I'm gonna show you guys how to make $300 real fast," right? And that's the thing when you can confidently come in here and each individual learns, each individual grows, each individual earns. Right? Everybody's got receipts, right? I saw that receipt, the 425 pips. Matter of fact, I saw it as an increase. I saw what it was first hour, saw what it was second hour, saw what it was third hour, and those receipts blew away, the owners of Omni and other people as well as Winston's as well. So they see, his trades and his app working. And so, guys, trust me, we're gonna have right now. He's coding and setting up, our app and that we're gonna be having it that we're gonna be using, and the name is gonna blow you guys away. So stay tuned for the name. You guys are gonna love it. He loves it. Winston loves it. I know you guys are gonna love it. So I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly what the name of the app is gonna be right now, but again, one of my brainchilds. I love it. I stayed in bed, waking, just like I was naming my child, right? Major, Justice, special names. The name of this app is going to be hot and it's going to have the industry at a buzz, right? And so, but I'm excited, guys. Again, I appreciate Donnie, for everything he does, everything he's brought to the table, everything he's going to be doing. Also appreciate JCL for jumping on a Saturday. Man, welcome to the team. Like I said, and we're going to have a solid core group of killers, guys, just annihilators when it comes to traders and trainers. And we will be, the the company that people admire. So I say that they're going to admire us for a reason. The money is going to come. We're gonna build a book of business that people are going to envy. We're going to build a community that's going to grow large organically that people will envy. We're going to build all of that though. We're going to do it the right way organically. And when you look at what we've done, because Idris has been there, Angel has been there, a lot of us has been there. When we said we were going to be the most admired company in the industry, and one of our companies that we did together, we were. We put that on our shoulders, we put that on our backs, and we stood on that. We stood on business. And so, as I let you guys go to your days, like I said, I thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I'm going to put the link for the book into the chat and WhatsApp, so you guys can grab your book. I look forward to seeing your reviews on Amazon, once you get the book and once you read it. But also anything you guys can do when it comes to the things that I post on Facebook and social media. If you guys can, put pictures of stuff that you guys got your book when you get it, videos of what you guys have heard from it, whatever, that'd be great because this is what it does for you. Let me share with you what it does for you. Obviously, it puts me, in a different position. It puts me in a position of more visibility, more respect, and more credibility. So what happens is now when you find people who are in the industry and people who are looking for a place, that they can go to, the title of the book, remember, Standing on the Shoulders of $1 Million Producing Giants, that puts you in a position to say, hey, look, I'm tied to this guy, right? And if you read the story in the book, you'll see he's been through some things, he's grew through some things, he's led big groups, but he's done it all the right way. People are going to want to be a part of that. And so it's a recruiting tool, but that recruiting tool, guys, you're using it as a tool to bring them into an environment that's going to help them, right? Some people use tools to manipulate. This is a tool to elevate. Okay. And so again, I'll put that in the chats. Make sure you guys go out there and get it. I look forward to having conversations with you guys, again, with that book. We're gonna do some amazing things, guys, together. And I love you guys, man. I don't know what we did, to deserve each and every last one of you guys, but as always, we're gonna do everything in our power to give you guys everything you need to go out there and show the world, that if you're not making millions, you're still a millionaire inside based on value. All right. So see you guys at the top. See you guys at the bank. And because of Avinti, we will see you guys on the beaches of the world. Bye bye for now.